This short presentation is one of a series about the knowledge transfer system I developed for Underdog Strategy. It's called the Worksheet System. Hello, I'm Laure Paquette, and I'm a professor of political science at Lakehead University. I teach Underdog Strategy. That means, what do you do to get what you want when you have no power and no money? This particular presentation is about Worksheet 7, Do or Die Moments. This is what Worksheet 7 looks like. In the second box from the top is the goal. Then we have 3 columns right now. The first column on the left, steps to goal, the middle column, problem 1, and the right-hand column, problem 2. As you fill out this worksheet, you will have to add columns. This presentation has 6 sections. It includes uses, definitions, instructions, tips, tips for simulations, and final checks. For Worksheet 7, there are 2 uses. There are 2 uses for Worksheet 7. First, it helps decide where to put the greatest effort in a strategy. And second, it shows whether other actors, collaborators, or competitors included are doing so. In section 2, we'll look at the definitions needed for the worksheet. For Worksheet 7, there is one definition. What is a do or die moment? There is one definition for Worksheet 7. A do or die moment is a step in a strategy where failure then guarantees failure of the entire strategy. Let's look at section 3, instructions for completing the worksheet. Worksheet 7 has an unusually high number of instructions. There are 8. There's a total of 8 instructions for Worksheet 7. First, list the goal of the strategy. Next, list all the steps for the strategy from start to finish in chronological order, 1 per box. Next, from the top, look for steps where something unexpected might happen. Next, list the actions taken or to be taken to deal with that unexpected event. Next, cut and paste the rest of the steps to the goal. Next, repeat until the goal is reached, adding lines and columns as needed. Next, review each change of column. Next, if failure at each change of column guarantees failure, circle it. In section 4, we'll look at tips to help you complete the worksheet. For Worksheet 7, there are 3 tips. There are 3 tips for Worksheet 7. First, there should be several changes of columns. Second, do not circle every change of column. And third, each column should have blank lines at the top and the bottom, except of course for the first and last. In section 5 of this presentation, we'll look at tips specifically for filling out worksheets for the simulation. For Worksheet 7, there are 2 tips specifically for simulations. There are 2 tips for simulations for Worksheet 7. First, mix real-life and simulation events. And second, use all sources of information available, including verbal interactions and documents. In section 6 of this presentation, we'll look at final checks to make when you've completed the worksheet. For Worksheet 6, there are 2 final checks. There are 2 final checks for Worksheet 7. First, have you circled at least some changes in column? And second, does the whole worksheet have blank lines at the top and bottom of each column except for the first and last? You can find sample worksheets completed for the role-play simulations and a large number of real-life situations in the open access ebook Teaching Political Science, published by De Gruyter in 2015.